Hello students, welcome to Nilagiri Degree and PG College YouTube channel. So in previous videos we have discussed history of Java and what are the primitive data types of Java. Today in this video we will discuss how to write a simple Java program. We will see a sample Java program, the structure of a Java program. So first, Java program. We already studied that Java is an object-oriented programming language. Java is a purely object-oriented programming language. Object-oriented programming language. So generally, Java programs, when you write a Java program is a collection of classes. A Java program consists a collection of classes. In C language, we written a program without a class because it is a procedure oriented. In C++, we written a program without classes and with class, and main method is outside of the class. In C++, we written a class definition. Within the class definition, class variables, member variables and member functions are defined within the class, and outside of the class we have created object for this class. We have created object for this class. By using this object, these methods are invoked from the main method. That is in C++. But Java is a purely object oriented. Everything except built-in data types, except primitive data types, everything is an object oriented. Everything is an object oriented. That means whenever we deal with the object, we have to prepare first class. When you create a class, when you define a class, we can create an object for that class. So that every Java program is a collection of classes. Every Java program, there may be hundreds of classes or tens of classes or at least one class in the Java program. Every Java program has at least one class definition. Within that class definition, there must be, you have to define main method. Within that class definition, we have to write the main method. In C++, we are defining the main function outside of the class. But in Java, the main function also must be defined inside of the class. Inside of the class. Now, I will write a sample Java program. First, look in here. So, generally, first I am writing comments, a simple program. Next, we have to write class definition. Whenever we write a class definition, we have to use the keyword class, just like a C++. So, starting we have started that Java was introduced the main concepts of C and C++, but it is added a mission independence. So, in Java, C++, we have defined a class definition with the keyword class. In Java also, we write a class definition with the keyword class and followed by class name. So, by example, class name is sample. Class name is sample. Then opening this. Next, every program has a starting point. The starting point of program execution is a main in C and C++. Similarly, in Java also, the starting point of the execution of the program is a main method. So generally, whatever we said function in C and C++, Java is a method. So generally, in C and C language, we said that function. We said main function. We said main function. In Java, we said main method. Instead of main function, we say that main method. So within the function class definition, we have to write a main method. But in Java, every main method must be have access specified as public static space void space main. So in Java, the main method will take one array object as a parameter, that is string a of r. Bracket close. So this is a sample Java program. This is a way of starting a simple Java program. So in C++, the first step will write the documentation. Whatever any programming language, we used to write the first documentation. That is the comments. That means the comments. Next we see in C++ we written the hash include stdio.h or hash include less than iostring.h. Those are the header flags in C and C++. But Java, no need of any header files. No need of any header files. Directly we can write the main function definition. In C and C++, first we write the header files, later we go into the class definition. But in Java, no need of header files. There is no header files in Java. There is a directly you can write the definition class sample. So this is a name. This is a keyword. For every program, we use this keyword only. But this is the name for the class. It may be changed. It may be changed. So, for example, we have written a program for student purpose. At that time, class name will be a student. For example, we written a program for employee. At that time, class name will be a employee. We written a program to find sum of two digits. At that time, the class name will be a sum. We written a program for bank account purpose. The class name will be an account. So whatever the purpose of writing the program, we have to give the name just like that. So why don't we give only like that? Can you give my name? Yes, we can also give your name also. For example, class name is Shivkumar, right? But it is mostly suggested to give the class name. What the program does. Why we are writing the program? What is the purpose of this program? The purpose of the program. So already we stated, class is a group of object. Object means things, persons, places. So for example, I am writing this program for representing a student group. You can write the student. Employee group, you can write the employee. So whatever the problem is, whatever you are writing the problem, so you have to give the name as close to the problem. As close to the problem. So we are writing a sample program given the sample. If the program sum of two numbers, I will give the sum. While the program for perfect of two numbers, I will give the perfect. So you have to give the name as close to the program, purpose of the program. The next is opening brace. The next is opening brace. So just like in the class, there also be opening brace. Next, public static void. So in C and C language, if there is no class definition, directly render main function. In C++, if there is no class definition, directly the main method. But Java is a object oriented. You have to write the main method inside of the class definition. So next, stop void name is the class name. Void name is the method name. Main is the method name. void is a return type. Static and public, both are the static, public, both are the access specifiers. Both are the access specifiers. In C language also, sorry, in C++ also, there is a public, private, protected. There are access specifiers are there. About from this one, abstract, static, like the some abstract, static, that the access modifiers. Just like in Java also, there are access specifiers. Those access specifiers are public, private. Public, private. There is no protection. Let's discuss later. Access modifiers. There are a lot of access modifiers are there. One of the access modifiers is static. There is a big question. Why we have to give public and static before the main method? So I will explain this concept later during the execution of the Java program. So in C language, C++, directly writing the void main. But in Java, we are giving the access specifier and access modifier to the main method. Why Java is public? Why Java main method is public and static? We will discuss later. So just remind now. First, remember now. These are the access specifier. This is the access modifier. Public, all are small letters. Static, all are small letters. Void, all are small letters. This is the return type. Main. Next, this is a parenthesis. Just like in Java, in C++ also, where the after main method, after main function, we given the parameter. So empty parameter means the main function does not take any parameters. But coming to in Java, every main method can take arguments. So those arguments are stored as an array format. So running the program, instead of reading the data, we have to pass the values to the program, at the same time running and passing arguments both at the same time. You want to run the program, at the same time you have to pass some arguments to the program. Whenever we run the program, which function will be invoked? Main method will be invoked. When the main method is invoked, I am passing some arguments to the main function. So those arguments are stored in the array variable. That's why I have given this bracket. Now, what is here? This is an array variable name. Here we can give whatever we like. So this is a variable name. We already discussed in C and C++. Variable name is an identifier. So that may be any name you can give. So I given it AR because of this AR means arguments. Array. Next string. Java main method can take the data values. Those data values are taken as a string. Even we give the numbers, those are stored as a string. Here in Java, string is a predetermined class. What is string? A predetermined class. All predetermined classes starts with capital letter. First letter capital. That means S always capital. Why S always capital? String is a predetermined class, predefined class, already defined class. String, the keyword string. The keyword string is already defined a class. Already defined classes names starts with capital letter. So the S is a capital. So this is a main function, main method. This is a main method. So for every program, the main method will be looks like this. The body will be changed. The body of the program will be changed based on the perform operations. So for example, I want to display a simple welcome message. I want to display a simple welcome message. Welcome message. That means you have to display you have to print a statement. So when you want to print a statement, you have to use output statement. The output statement in Java is system dot out dot println. System dot out dot, these are dots. We know what do you mean by dot operator. So println within the parentheses we have to give a data that is to be displayed as a output. So welcome within the parentheses with a double quotation we have to give all the string values must be enclosed in double quotes. After closing the parentheses, we have to put semicolon. So like this, we have to write the code that to be executed, that to be performed within the main function here. After completion, we have to close our main method as well as class definition. So in C and C++, the class definition have the semicolon here, but in Java there is no semicolon. So this is a sample Java program. Just every Java program is a class. Every Java program is a collection of classes. But there at least one class, that class contains the main method. There at least one class, there must be a main method. So the main method must be inside of the class definition. Okay, at that time we have a dot. So in my program there are three classes. Class A, B, C is there. Some class X, Y, Z is there. Some class P, Q, R is there. So in my program, there are three class definitions. Out of these three class definitions, only one class definition contains main method. Out of these three class definitions, only one method, one class must contain main method. That means a program have collection of classes, but only one class definition contain main method. A class definition that contain the main method is called as a main class. A class definition that contains the main method is called as a main class. That means out of three classes, there are three class definitions in a single program: A, B, C, X, Y, Z, P, Q. Out of these one, X, Y, Z class have the main function definition or main method definition. At that time, we say that X, Y, Z is a main class. Out of these three definitions, first the XYZ class will be invoked initially. So this is a main concept. Simple. A sample Java is a purely object-oriented programming language, so that every program starts with the concept of classes only. Every program coding must be reside within the class only. Every programming part must be reside within the class only. Even the main function also must be reside within the class definition. Even main method must also be inside of the class definition. So when writing the class definition, first we write a keyword class space class name opening brace. Then every main method must have a 3 qualifiers. One is public, and static, is a void. Class definition main method function within the parenthesis we are declaring a string type array variable. A string type array variable. Just like see, this is the variable declaration. This is the data type. This is the array variable name. This is the array. Next, we are trying to programming. A system.out.println is the output statement. Here, println is a method, out is a object, system is a class. So that system is a predefined class. The predefined class always starts with a capital letter. So that here also S is capital letter. S is capital letter. So if you write the S form, simply the class definition system does not find because we written the S mark. So S here also capital, but S is also small. Don't think that all S are capital. Don't think that all S are capital. Simply the class name string S is capital, the system S capital. Only thing that predefined classes. Simply think that predefined. Predefined means already defined class names starts with capital letter. Starts with capital letter. Here string is a already defined class. Starts with a capital letter. System already defined, that is X. So this is a sample Java program. The next class we will discuss how to prepare this Java program on system, how to execute, which software you have to use, what are the compilers, what are the editors, how to prepare. So generally in C, C++, we are used to Turbo. C++ in our lab. Now how to prepare a Java program, how to compile a Java program, how to run a Java program, we will see in the next class. Okay, just to write down this program, just to listen the video 1 or 2 times. Okay.